We're on Melton Hill now. It's been a week since we came out here and practiced, and water temps currently are sitting at 55, 56 actually. So it's come down about 7 degrees in a week, but Melton Hill is a very cold water lake. It's fed by the Clinch, and the sun just came out from behind the clouds. But we've already seen a good amount of topwater activity, so we're hoping the pattern we found last week is going to hold true. We got a little bit of a late start. We're still experimenting with the new trailer, and it's kind of hard to. We didn't do the best job launching, so we're still getting used to it. We're gonna work on that. But it's a beautiful day out. Sun's gonna be out pretty much all day. The smoke is burning off the top of the water, and I'm seeing top water everywhere. So we're gonna get out here. We're gonna start fishing. Hope we can get to some big largemouth, maybe some big smallmouth out here since we're on the main channel. Fishing flats, fishing shallow, crankbait, chatterbait, spinnerbait, maybe some topwater. We'll see. We're just gonna come out here, have some fun. We don't know what to expect. We're just hoping that whatever we found last week is gonna keep on working. So we're gonna get to our spots, and we're gonna go catch some bass. Let's get on it. I wonder if we need to come back here when the sun's over the trees.
That's what I'm wondering. Maybe we should head down that way where the sun's been hitting the bank for a little while.
Yeah. Do we want to fish the bank, or do we want to be out the middle?
I don't know what I have no idea what the water depth is, so.
What was that?
I said I don't know what the water depths are. I'm fishing blind.
Well, right now it's 5. The flat goes out about 20 feet that way, but it's not all grass. There's a lot of grass right here in this kind of cut in. That's where I got my first keeper, but it's 57 and a half. It hit 58 out towards the channel.
I'd move towards the warmer water then. I've got to get a new battery.
I can take us to where I caught the closest keeper on those flats.
Out here or over there?
Out on the main channel.
Yeah, I'm thinking work our way down towards that bridge. That's a fish. He might keep. In fact, I know he will. Please be 12. Got 12 and a half. First scoreable of the day out here on the flats. I'm hoping with the sun being out, they're gonna be hitting a bit more aggressive. But 12 and a half. There should be some bigger ones out here. There was more, I think there was some chasing him in, so I'm gonna try to get over there and catch some more on that spot. So let's submit this one and fish some more of this flat over here. Got him. That's a larger one. $13 3/4. All right, guys. Keeper number 2, just out here in the flats. 13 3/4, so not a big one yet, but usually when I'm fishing flats like this, it takes a while to find the big ones. You just gotta go out and keep grinding until you get them. So let's keep on fishing. That's a nice one too. Three in the exact same spot. They must be schooled out here. All right, this one's almost 13 and a half, but I'm gonna submit him as 13 and a quarter. That's keeper number 3. Hopefully we can catch some bigger ones. There should be some big ones in here. Just might have to go and find other schools. But good sign. Looks like the pattern from last Saturday has kind of kept true. So if that's true, there should be some bigger ones out here, and maybe on the far side. We've got several flats we can look at, but it looks like our pattern's good.
I tied on a fluke. Had a bunch of skipjack hitting it. I got all excited. I like bam, and then bam. And then I got close enough that I could see them. Well, I caught a fish anyway. Yeah, not quite scoreable. But there's the first one.
Oh my gosh. That is the tiniest little fish. And that is a spot. A little spotted bass. Look, no, it might be a largemouth. Oh, that was another one. There's another one. Got here a little largemouth. He ain't keeper sized though. Definitely ain't 12 and a half. He's on the Ned rig. I don't know if there's anything bigger out here, but I'm going to try throwing out here some more, see if I can't get something bigger to grab it. He might be bigger than 12 and a half. I think he is. It's a bit of an upgrade. Smallest is 12 and a half for this tournament so far. All right, guys. 13 and a half inches, first keeper in a while. He's an inch upgrade, so we're gonna get it submitted and see what happens. I'm in third right now. My smallest is 13 and a quarter. See if we can't get some bigger ones back in here. Doesn't look like there's a lot of people catching anything big. So if we find the big ones, we win. Pretty good logic there, right? We've got a few options from here. If we fish back that way, we got that cove that we saw on the way in. If we go this way, we've got a creek bed with flats just on the other side of the bridge we could try to fish. And we've got a few creeks back in there that look a little bigger than the others. And if we go a little bit further, there's more flats on the other side. And it looks like it's gonna be a little more sheltered from the wind. I think I'm gonna go back here, fish these flats and maybe a couple of the creeks. If we don't do any good, I might head back and fish that area again. See if it's done any better. Oh, there was another one. That one's even bigger. HB, I believe 13 and a quarter or longer. I don't think he's going to be quite what I need him to be. Nope. Keeper sized, but not big enough for me. Throw him back, try to catch another one.
Another tiny. Gonna score. Nope.
He might be longer. I don't think he's long enough. Little largemouth, he's not big enough for me to keep. I'll throw him back and see if he's got any bigger buddies back in this cove. Any good yet?
I got one out there, 11 3/4.
Yeah, I hooked one out towards the main channel. It's about the same length. I got another little guy way back there. No, I mean, this flat is mostly just shallow water. Not that I can really see. Do we want to go back?
I don't care, whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't think this flat's going to be productive. It's about this time that we started fishing those flats last Saturday. So we at least know there's good places to catch fish. We might be able to get you a limit. Oh, you were acting a whole lot bigger than you were, buddy. He's a fish and he's an upgrade. All right, guys, another keeper. 13 3/4. I really need some stuff that's 15, 16 at least, but those aren't coming very easily. But that's an upgrade. Okay, you gotta be at least 14 or so. Nope. Whoa, buddy. Still too small for me. Let's try to catch some more back up in here.
All right, I didn't actually get video of me catching him, but I finally got a keeper on the board, or a scoreable on the board. So there he is, 15 even. I'm gonna let him go, and off he goes. Yes. No. Stupid freaking skipjack.
That was a perch. I don't think he's over 14. Nope, keeper size, but I've got bigger already. There's one. I don't think he's 14. All right, another little largemouth. He's not big enough to keep for me, so I'm gonna toss him back. See if maybe there's some bigger ones in here with him. He might be over 14. Doesn't quite look like it though. It's a thicker fish though. Them are MLF style. I'd be doing pretty good. Not quite, 12-ish, 12 and a half. Definitely need something bigger than that. Just don't know where the big ones have gone to. There's 20 minutes left in the tourney. That's a big one. Eli, call something for me. Okay, 18 minutes left. All right, guys, 14 and a half. Gonna go ahead and submit him. Finally an upgrade. Maybe there's some bigger ones in here too. We'll see. All right, guys, that's the end. Got a lot of fish, but couldn't find the big ones. I hooked into 2 big ones in this spot last week, but couldn't find them today. So that's a little disappointing, but what you gonna do about it? But we'll see what the final placements were. I know for a while early on I was sitting in 1st and then 3rd and then 6th, but I reckon I've dropped a little bit further than that. We'll see once we get to the actual check-in. So I will update you from the desk and we'll see how today ended up.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. We hope that you enjoyed it. Now, Melton Hill is not one of our favorite lakes. It's not known for creating big bass. It's got other big fish in it, but for bass tournaments, it's not generally looked on as one of the best in the state. Probably lower quarter, if we're honest. But it was a pretty good day for numbers. I caught 15 total fish. I just couldn't find any with any good size. Now, during practice, I did hook into 2 that were big. I landed one that was about a 19-inch largemouth, and then hooked another that was probably between 16 and 18 based on the footage. It looked like a largemouth when it jumped, but I came off the hook in practice. So, you know, we knew there was some big ones in the area. We just couldn't get them to hit. Now, I finished in 9th place, so that's a top 10 finish out of 27 anglers. And then my dad finished in 24th with he caught one 15-inch fish. I had 3 fish for 42 inches. So we kind of swapped from last tournament. In Parksville, he finished in 7th place with a limit, and I caught 1 keeper, so I was in the bottom 20s. And then this time around, I finished in the top 10. He finished in the lower 20s. So we kind of flip-flopped, but that gives us both 1 top 10 apiece to go towards our season goal of 5. So we're 1 ahead, and we're early in the season. And we know we're going to do a lot better once we get into some of those warmer months where we're a little bit more experienced, and it's also bodies of water that we enjoy fishing more. Honestly, this first 4 tournaments, honestly, are just not ones that we expected to do well, not only because it's winter, but because they're lakes we just don't enjoy fishing. You know, Parksville, we've had decent luck there, but it's very hard to fish if you don't spend a lot of time on it, and we don't because it's a bit of a drive away. We didn't get to fish Dale Hollow because it was just too busy for us. And then Melton Hill, obviously, Clearwater Lake, Coldwater Lake, where there's not a lot of big fish. So not a lot of fun. And then the next tournament after that is on Lake Norris, which we've spent a lot more time on Norris in the past 12 months than we thought we would. That's 3 tournaments on it. Last winter in December, I believe, and then the Classic in September, and then this time in January. So we're getting kind of our worst lakes out of the way early, because after that, after Norris, it's Watts Bar, and then we're getting into Cherokee and Douglas and Chickamauga. Some lakes that we're more familiar with and fishing styles that we're more familiar with. But when it comes to reaching our end of the season goals, we've both got 1 top 10 apiece now. We need 4 more apiece, and there's a few places where we can get those. And there's a few areas we still need to get at least 1 top 3 apiece, and I'd like to catch big bass at least once. So we've got plenty of opportunities for that coming on. So I believe that about covers everything for this. Our next tournament is on Lake Norris. So I can tell you right now, we didn't do very well. I'll do a small update video with 1 or 2 little highlights because we didn't really catch much. We didn't have any time to pre-fish, but I'll talk more about that in the update video. And then after this video, you can expect to see highlights from the week of Thanksgiving, where we went out and did several trips, but
there wasn't quite enough in each trip to warrant a video by themselves, so I put them all together. There's some good fish in there, a lot of big white bass, couple of big largemouth, including my personal best, which shockingly came out of Fort Loudon. You know, I've fished Gunnersville, I've fished Chickamauga, Watts Bar, Douglas, Cherokee, all big bass lakes, and two times my personal best has come out of Fort Loudon. Actually, I think it's three, because I don't know. It's just something about Fort Loudon. I don't it's not a big fish lake, but I guess since we've been fishing it pretty consistently for going on 15 years now, you get to know that body of water pretty well, and you can find big fish. But that being said, pretty good tournament overall for numbers. Couldn't quite find the size that we did in practice, so that kind of hindered us in the long run. But we're heading in a good direction for our overall season goals, and we're really looking forward to some warmer weather fishing. We're looking forward to spring and fall and summer fishing. That's our bread and butter. That's what we enjoy more than anything. So, let's see. Expect a good video next week of highlights from Thanksgiving. Some really good fish in there. Personal best largemouth. And after that, we'll see. We've got the Watts Bar tournament coming up soon for us as of recording this video. So, don't know what to expect from that one. I can tell you right now, it's 2 weeks out from me sitting in this chair, and the weather has gotten a lot better. It went from being in the 20s and 30s to being in the 50s and 60s. So if that can stay consistent for the next 2 weeks, I'm hoping that we hit Watts Bar and those fish are shallow, because I'm done fishing deep. I hate fishing deep. So does my dad. We both hate it. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to the rest of the year. Thank you all again for sticking to the end of the video. We hope you have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you in the next one.